school coffee is so weak. It literally barely has caffeine. I will still get a caffeine headache if I drink it. I would rather die.
So our hypothesis is that the school coffee has way less caffeine than Starbucks coffee because Starbucks pays more for the coffee it has, and then it's more fancy and it tastes better, and that's why people say, oh, that's bad coffee, is because it's more diluted and it has way less caffeine.
Full disclosure, our method isn't actually 100% accurate, but hopefully using data extrapolation, we'll hopefully be able to compare the percentage of the output from the coffee and use that to compare it with the unknown of how much caffeine is in the school coffee to guess whether or not it's in caffeinated or decaffeinated. Basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be separating out the caffeine into this hexane, which is a oil which will be separated from the water in the coffee. So we'll drain it off slowly until we can separate all the hexane into these flasks and all of the leftover coffee and hexane into these beakers, which we will repeat the process for a few times. So Mr. Morse just gave us a book about chemical safety, which is...
It's a first aid manual for chemical accidents, and if you open it, you find first aid in case of inhalation of, oh look, that's the chemical we're using, hexane.
So in case you didn't know, we are using hexane.
Wait.
Lab day 2.
Woo! Okay, here you go. Oh wait.
Oh wait, gloves.
Is this what you used yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we are measuring 5 grams of dehydrated sodium sulfate for each coffee sample.
And we're going to use this to dry out our coffee.
And hopefully extract the caffeine soon.
So we have added the sodium sulfate, and now we are stirring it, and then we have to filter it and heat it up.
Ew, look at the fat.
I don't know.
My knees in the arms of the angel, fly away from here.
I promise, I did my research.
Caffeine is most likely hydrophobic, that's why it's going into the hexane, and that's what we're doing.
Well, I think caffeine is like, it might be a salt of some kind or something, but I'm up a solubility chart.
I'm gonna let you guys sort this out amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Alright, 1 second.
Most fat we've ever seen in both day 1 and day 2. Like all the stuff separating out right there is just fat, and it's way more than the school.
When you accidentally get a potential carcinogen on your hand,
and I think that all the fat is going to clump up over fall break since it's clumped up between days. So who knows what it's going to look like after a whole week of sitting around. But we're not sure whether or not there's caffeine in the fat. So we're going to try and figure out whether or not we need to extract the caffeine from the fat and the hexane. So that is going to be a challenge coming forward. And it smells putrid.
Starbucks.
No, it's school.
Woo! Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to mix the ethanol into the caffeine that is dried because we made a little air, but it's fine because we can fix it. And then we're going to freeze it overnight. Yeah. And then we're going to take it out of the freezer and precipitate it, and then hopefully on the filter paper will be the caffeine.
According to our research, there is caffeine in the school coffee.
In the school and Starbucks in school are roughly equal.
Mic drop.
So Tommy just went to coffee after finding that it has the same amount of caffeine as the school coffee. I love that. And then
Yeah, but
also,
we have to feed our child somehow.
yeah, we had to feed our child, which is the fungi that grew on our coffee over fall break. So we just fed it some mocha because we want to look at it underneath the microscope and it's dying. So this is really fun. By the way, in case anyone was wondering, we named him